Thursday night football at home, and by home I mean Los Angeles, and the Rams. Raiders -6, 6-point favorites against the defending Super Bowl champions. Now the Rams, they've lost 6 straight games. We talked about after the Broncos Raiders game. So these are, clearly the two most disappointing teams this NFL season. Rams actually might be one or two when it comes to just pure disappointment. Now the reasons why for them are far more obvious. Just devastated with injury. Just the injury bug just came with a machete and just went to town on that locker room. But this is potentially the worst season in NFL history for a defending Super Bowl champion. Currently on a 6-game losing streak. They'd be taking if they had anything to tank for. Like all their draft picks are elsewhere.
Yeah, otherwise they have none of their own shit.
Otherwise they'd be tanking. So they're coming to play. Get a load of this injury list. Matthew Stafford, IR. Cooper Kupp, IR. Allen Robinson, IR. 2 or 3 best offensive players right there. 5 O linemen on IR. Aaron Donald, unlikely to play Thursday. David Long and Sean Robinson, also a defensive tackle, on IR. Just ravaged injury-wise. And short week. The last thing you want when you're super injured. There is no better time all season long to play the Rams than this week. It's beautiful.
I mean, no one was crying for us when we had a bunch of people hurt.
Nope.
No one was crying for us when we lost our receiver and our coach and none of that. No one gave us any sympathy. So go out there and just stomp their heads in.
Yeah. Take that third string offensive lineman and kick him right in the taint. So the Raiders offense, or Rams offense, only 16.8 points per game, 29th in the league. 25th in passing yards per game and 31st in rushing yards per game. The Rams quarterback is going to be either John Wolford, Bryce Perkins, or Baker Mayfield. Probably not Baker. He just got signed, right? He's not going to be a starter. Maybe they'll have like a Baker package where he plays a couple, but
I doubt it.
Wolford or Perkins. Wolford is fucking atrocious. He is god-awful. Noodle for an arm. Perkins at least can run, which sometimes running quarterbacks have given our defense troubles this season. That's really the only thing you could possibly worry about.
The thing with Perkins, though, is like out of the two, Wolford is the accurate one.
Yeah.
Perkins can run, but
he's not accurate. Wolford's accurate, but it goes at 7 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's a pea shooter.
It's just brutal. Who would you rather play, Wolford or Perkins?
I'll play Wolford. Wolford.
Get some picks.
Oh, yeah. Because
we can get a couple picks.
We know where he's going to be.
Even Trevon Merrick would catch one of those, a pass that looks like it's an underhand from a 9-year-old girl from Wolford. Even Merrick, Mr. Dropsies.
Dude, will you shut up, man? Because you were talking so much shit earlier this year, and freaking what's his face? Davis Mills threw for over 300 yards, and I forgot who else threw for.
What did I say?
Andy Dalton threw for a bunch of yards against.
What did I say? If Mills beats us, then this is a sign of just how bad our defense is, and it was. It proved like every single quarterback has their the game of their season against us.
Slow down. Don't talk too much shit on this man. All right, we still have to play him.
What did I say about him that's incorrect?
It's not about the correctness or the validity of your statement. It's just relax, because we've done that before, and it's bit
so
us.
Okay. So those two guys are trash, even when everything's going well for them. They don't have their 2 wide receivers, Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp. And this defensive line should be up the ass of whoever the quarterback is. Like, this D-line, it was a combination of things, right? Last week, with Chargers having another decimated O-line and Patrick Graham having a really good blitzing scheme dialed up, right? Those things put together had him perform really well. They should perform just as well this week. They really, really should against inexperienced quarterbacks and a decimated O-line. It's been so bad. The Rams have rolled out a new offensive line combination every game besides the opener in the second game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation, but I mean, this is when the good teams fucking flex their muscles and they beat this team by more than 2 scores.
Yeah. So that's the Rams offense. The Rams defense, not much better, but it has its strength. They've given up 23.3 points per game. That's 22nd. Passing defense, also 22nd. Rushing D is still good. 4th. Still a pretty good rushing defense.
That's because of Aaron Donald.
It's a factor, a large one, right? You got the best defensive lineman in football.
Here's the issue.
Player.
Here's the issue with Aaron Donald, and it was kind of like in the inverse of Littleton. Aaron Donald commands so much attention, even in the run game. You get free shots, and you just have to kind of like pick your poison, because you're not going to single block Aaron Donald ever. You're never going to single block him. So you're always going to have to double him or triple him sometimes to even get a hole open, because he's a certified game wrecker.
Sure.
And I without Aaron Donald in that lineup, I believe their linebackers are going to get exposed for like Littleton got exposed, because Littleton's not lighting the world on fire with Carolina.
No.
So a lot of it's Aaron Donald and how it's almost like the whole Maxx Crosby, Chandler Jones thing. Mm-hmm. The Chargers were like, okay, we're not going to let Maxx do shit. He didn't do a lot, but Chandler Jones did. So that's the same thing now. We're going to say, okay, well, now you don't have that guy taking up all that attention. Everyone else has to step up a little bit. I see us being able to run the ball a little bit better.
Counterpoint. You'll never hear me say Aaron Donald doesn't. I think he's the best defender in football, period. Any position. You'll never hear me knock him or his ability to change a game. However, I will say this. Without Aaron Donald last week against the Seahawks still were only able to get 90 yards on the ground and only run one rush going over 10 yards. Without Aaron Donald, they still were able to keep the Seahawks rush pretty well contained. So again, they don't have Josh Jacobs, right? So I'm not, we should do better than that. But the idea that like, all right, Josh Jacobs is going to do another 200-yard game, that'd be awesome. Certainly possible if this O-line keeps finding the momentum that it has. But I'm not willing to say like, okay, we can do whatever we want without Aaron Donald. I think this is a game where we lean on and especially we don't know the status of Darren Waller or Hunter Renfrow. They are eligible to return from IR. Mm-hmm. I believe they will, but we don't have anything concrete yet. We're recording this on Tuesday night. But with Waller back, Renfrow back, Davante being Davante, O-line's pass blocking getting so much better, and a terrible pass defense, this might be one of those games. It's like, all right, Josh, 12, 15 carries, rest that calf a little bit. We should be able to light these dudes up passing.
Yeah, if we're pretty far ahead, it could be one of those fourth quarters where we just see a lot of the backups, a lot of Zamir.
And also this, again, I'm just using last week as an example of the Seahawks. Geno Smith threw for 367 yards against the Rams on Sunday. A single game career high. Geno Smith lit up the Rams like a Christmas tree. I mean, that's making me think, okay, we should be able to pass. Like this Rams defense, while, missing Aaron Donald, they still can't pass rush. They can still kind of bottle up the run decently. They can't pass rush. They can't defend they can't defend the pass.
No, sir. They have a talented player back there, but as far as a unit, they're struggling right now. Yeah.
And so that leads up. I know what you're getting at. Davante Adams versus Jalen Ramsey. That's my favorite matchup on this squad. There's nothing better. I'm more looking forward to than how Davante Adams is going against Jalen Ramsey. And if they go, okay, Davante or Jalen, you've got Davante one-on-one. You're going to cover him one-on-one. I love that. Go ahead. Double up on Renfrow. Double up on Waller. Load up the box for Jacobs. Leave Ramsey out there on an island with Adams. I will take Adams one-on-one with anybody.
Anybody.
In the National Football League. Anybody in the National Football League. Please do it. I dare you. Can't wait to see that happen.
Congratulations for making it all the way to the